Cosmic laws, balance and harmony. These are the words of Lord Michael, the angelic head of the solar system's government. Our solar system is in the western part or the declining part of a higher order of being. There are many life forces in other parts of the universe, of which our solar system is but one small fragment. These forms and races have a need to evolve to another sphere of development. Our solar system, being on the western hemisphere, or the negative half of balance of the two parts, must come up to its standards within a certain sphere of time and cycle of event. Naturally, the power of this universe is beyond anything we have informed you about until now, because you could not utilize any of the information or do not much about it. But since the Earth is the laggard in the solar system is a weak link in the chain within the western hemisphere of this universe, of which it is part. So first things first, bring up the Earth, cleanse and balance the solar system history and events, then joining with the rest of this universe in brotherhood and usage of power, co-commitment with that. In this communication through me on July 9, 1969, Lord Michael expressed one cosmic aspect of balance and harmony. Species of life throughout the various realms of God creation express this law in unique ways. To those of us on Earth, balance can mean bodily equilibrium, where all the physiological systems of our physical body are working properly. Thus, balance expresses health rather than disease or death. Balance also refers to our mental body and our emotional body, by implying mental and emotional equilibrium. Our soul or astral body carries the record of our experiences, our karmic credits and debits. This refers to yet another meaning of balance, the quantity of weight or a sum that is necessary to bring something back into balance or equipoise. Karma is the sum effect, present and past, of everything we personally cause, create, or influence. When we reincarnate, we balance debits or errors in whatever form they may take. Furthermore, we receive credits that enhance our lives. Too often we have a negative view about the need to reincarnate. We believe that we are returning somewhere because we have done something wrong that needs correcting. But in many cases, our return is a positive opportunity to do something right. A balanced view of life and reincarnation was expressed by Jesus in a communication on December 12, 1961. Without the projection of divine love, peace, and divine power, we cannot keep the Earth in its orbit with relationship to the planets of the solar system. That is why so many have volunteered to incarnate, where there is no need for self-discipline or self-evolvement into Christ awareness. Unless there is on this planet itself the balance of love and power being projected from the plane in which you are presently demonstrating, it could not go through the extremely cataclysmic changes which are necessary to sweep it clean and to begin afresh. Therefore, many who are responsible on other planes and planets of the solar system, of this galaxy and other universe, hearken to the need. Because if one single planet or cell is out of order, the entire universe and universes are thrown out of their own balance of order and harmony in the scheme of God's divine beingness. More of us than we think we are here on this planet for only good and positive reasons. Our coming together to serve one another with love to help maintain the earth balance in these latter days is a perfect expression of the cosmic law of balance and harmony. Harmony denotes a fitting together, a joining of diverse combinations of things into an orderly, proportionate whole, promoting agreement in feeling, action, ideas, and interests. Harmony fosters peace and friendship. Consonance of energy, sound, color, shapes, and movement creates beauty and pleasure. Sananda Jesus reminds us of a great truth with respect to this law that we must never forget. We all know of the negative things that are happening in the world today, the catastrophes and cataclysms. But these dire events are allowed to take place because an equally proportional amount of positive love and light is present in the world. So whenever we hear of something that is wrong, let us remember this law and realize that somewhere Spirit already is expressing its positive counterbalance. This is accomplished through people of high ethics, morality, and spirituality who are the positive embodiment of the law of balance and harmony and act as the counterpose for Spirit within the race of man. Largely as a function of our subconscious, our physical body almost automatically maintains the principle of balance and harmony. This term biologists and medical physiologists use for the expression of this law is homeostasis. Arthur C. Guyton, M.D., professor and chairman of the Department of Physiology and Biophysics at the University of Mississippi School of Medicine, has written one of these standard textbooks on medical physiology. In his opening chapter, he describes homeostasis and just how important it is for life. The term homeostasis is used by physiologists to mean maintenance of static or constant conditions in the internal environment. Essentially, all the organs and tissues of the body perform functions that help to maintain these constant conditions. For instance, the lungs provide oxygen as is required by the cells, the kidneys maintain constant ion concentration, and the gut provides nutrients. Further on, he writes, the body is actually an aggregate of about 75 trillion cells. As long as normal conditions are maintained, the cells of the body will continue to live and function properly. Thus, each cell benefits from homeostasis, and in turn, each cell contributes its share toward the maintenance of homeostasis. This reciprocal interplay provides continuous automaticity of the body until one or more functional systems lose their ability to contribute their share of function. When this happens, all the cells of the body suffer. Extreme dysfunction leads to death, while moderate dysfunction leads to sickness. Medical researchers have discovered 4 ways our physical body maintains its balance and harmony. Using this as an analogy for conscious action, we can apply in our outer life the same means our subconscious employs every moment to maintain balance and harmony within our body. 1. Acquire and transport needed nutrients. Each cell takes only what it needs and does not hoard or rob nutrients needed by other cells. We as a race must do the same to balance this earth. Essentially, this involves eliminating greed and being willing to make sacrifice and love one another. 2. Remove metabolic end products. Cells constantly release undesirable compounds or waste. Likewise, we constantly should eliminate erroneous beliefs and unwanted negative emotions, such as hatred and the like. Forgive every day. 3. Regulate body functions. The body's nervous and hormonal systems regulate by being sensitive to the needs of each cell, integrating that knowledge and causing other organs and systems to respond to each need. In the same way, we also must remain aware of both our personal needs and the needs of others. We must be able to cooperate with each other, responding adequately and in a timely manner to fulfill those needs on a continuous basis. Reproduce. Life maintains itself by creating new life. We need to be involved daily in creative work that produces life outside of ourselves, that creates life-giving energy or life-fulfilling products for others, for society, or for the natural world. Daily enjoy some form of our creation. All this means perpetuate balanced and harmonious life. Sananda Jesus delivered additional important keys to this law on February 26, 1962. Nowhere in our communications have we ever issued ultimatums, but have given you full freedom of choice and free will to serve the Creator or your individual selves. Now we have the ultimatum in readiness before we can instigate another unfoldment to the plan. At no time can you waver in consciousness for the negativity of balance while demonstrating Christ consciousness. This not only would endanger your soul evolvement and the entire structure or balance of the etheric bodies with the subconscious and conscious planes, but it would cause destruction to the planet upon which you are to manifest group Christ potentials and fulfillments. Surely our instruction is positive, but negative influences must be honored before they can be eliminated by your own decreeing and fullness of understanding where their position is controlled by the law of balance and harmony. In all ways, the Christ anointed must have full control and consciousness of the conflict, which is another word for a balance between the 2 poles of power. At no time may the anointed ones give their credulity to overlap. In every case, power must be controlled without ever emphasizing action of light. In other words, light must be projected only in proportion to the amount of negation prevalent in the existing situation as it manifests temporarily on the plane where it places its control. Now you have the higher law. In optimal conditions, 75 trillion cells of our body each moment receive the exact amount of nutrients they need, no more and no less. So too, in our elimination of personal and planetary errors, the optimum manifestation of this higher law requires that we use only the needed amount of love, light, and life energy, for God does not waste. Spirit gives us great freedom in how we choose to solve disharmonies and imbalance, but in one case our free will must not deviate from Spirit's will. Never should we accept or condone negativity in any form, in thought and feeling, in a method or an action. We must wholeheartedly stay on the positive side of the balance. As adamant as Sananda Jesus is on the matter, he instructs us that in order that errors must be eliminated, negative influences must be honored. Honoring the negative enables us to distinguish and recognize what is wrong so that we can make adjustments to balance it. The position of all the negative influences in us and in the world, their place, their status, their rank or order of importance, is controlled by this law of balance and harmony. At every moment, spirit and its agents act as a divine counterforce for us until we learn, in each and every case, how to use properly God's energy according to divine, cosmic standards. When we have full control and awareness of conflict, we are able to create balance between the two poles of power. In every case, the two poles of power refer to the dual character of Spirit's divine being, God the Father and God the Mother. In principle, these two poles embody the divine law of polarity. God the Father represents the positive masculine aspect. God the Mother represents the negative feminine aspect. Together they both exist in all energy and forms throughout the universe. In God, man has a perfect example of how to live in balance and harmony. For spirit is balance and harmony in all levels of its expression. On October 17, 1962, Lord Maitreya channeled, "It is in truth that man is created of a balanced creator or spirit, which projects itself positively and negatively, or in a male or female vibration. Never is spirit imbalanced, nor can it ever be, because it projects out into its creation the various weights and balances to keep it so poised in the center of purity, harmony, and truth. As children of God, we were created balanced by the love of God, which always creates a balanced reaction between its positive and negative polar nature. How then do we create in balanced, harmonious, and loving ways?" John Mark answers this question in a message on January 17, 1961. If the exchange of life force on the spiritual, mental, or physical levels is for the exchange of spiritual energies or for higher self-expressions, or for the payment and deposit of energies, we find it is for the enhancement of the individual expression in whatever realm it is expressing itself. For these are but means the spirit has of depositing and withdrawing its own complementary force fields. The so-called sexual exchange is a creative act on any realm, which is quite obvious on your physical realm, not so obvious on your mental realm, and more elusive on your spiritual realm when viewing it with the consciousness of the earth-man's conception. On the mental realm, it is the positive and negative thought balancing to create a thought form that is positive, neither too much of the negative nor too much of the positive. This applies to an individual working on a creative project alone, or to more than one individual working out a new pattern together. The balance, the harmony, must be set up in the thought or mental imagination realm. On your spiritual realm, it is that sense of divine love feeling and the divine love action, perfectly balanced, perfectly harmonious, that creates a higher form or a higher ideal, a new dimension into which man or any of God's creation can step. This, of course, is the purpose of the physical exchange, to bring forth higher form, greater evolution in the physical concept of life on the planet. In the time to come, when we step into the golden era and man and woman on earth can spend and receive all three levels simultaneously, and with the same purpose, you will have the intunement of Christ conscious awareness in alignment, not only with each to himself, but each to another. Then will the planet know real peace, real harmony, perfect love for the divine, perfect love for the energy which is spirit, and spirit which is energy. Thereby the second commandment can be fulfilled, the commandment of love one another, for then you are loving spirit in self and in each other manifestation of spirit. This truly is Christ consciousness. Then is the true exchange, the true realization, the free flow in and out, spending and receiving, giving and taking, spirit in action, love in action. Spirit also creates in a balanced and harmonious way, because the divine energy and thought radiations it uses are themselves balanced. Members of the hierarchy use the term balance to describe each of Spirit's 7 principal powers, attributes or activities, which they refer to as the 7 flames or rays of life. From channel communication in the Mark Age booklet, 7 Rays of Light, here are some ideas that we immediately can use to regain and maintain balance and harmony in our lives. Working with issues of the first ray, will and power, we must remember that there are 2 legitimate aspects to our will. The negative aspect is self-will, the will to sustain one's life and survive as an individual. The positive aspect represents the will of God, which includes concern for all life. The key is, we should never favor one over the other, but should try to balance and harmonize the two so that they complement each other. This harmony correctly is expressed as following Spirit's will so as to benefit both self and others. Mental balance, the harmonious functioning of various aspects of powers of the mind, is an expression of the second ray of life. Our superconscious aspect of mind must be balanced with subconscious and conscious aspects. Wisdom can only be expressed through even-mindedness. Level-headed tolerance of others enables all sides of the conflict to be honored and fully understood so that a solution can be found. Third ray, balanced expression, is the burning desire to love divinely. The director of the third ray for the race of man in this solar system, Lanto, personally requests that in order to maintain balance, we concentrate on the color radiation of our particular ray when we are working with that ray's corresponding human activity. When meditating on subjects pertaining to the first ray, will and power, visualize the color blue. On concerns relating to second ray, wisdom and understanding, visualize the color yellow. For third ray, personal love and feeling, the color pink. The fourth ray, comprising crystallization and manifestation, its color colorless. Green is the color of the fifth ray, unity and integration. In sixth ray, activities of cleansing and transmutation, projects the color violet. Finally, white and gold are the most appropriate colors in situations involving seventh ray, divine love, peace, and rest. The fourth ray is characterized by anything, especially thought, that is equally balanced in physical man. A balanced thought is a clearly understood thought. The most balanced and harmonious way we can manifest our spiritual inspiration and ideas on earth is to accept our physical reality and our metaphysical or spiritual reality simultaneously. We should not reject the existence and workings of either one in our lives. Whenever we are involved with fifth ray activities, we are involved with integration of superconscious, subconscious, and conscious aspects of mind, of peoples and nations of the world, of other planes and life forms in the universe, and so forth. Just by accepting the oneness of spirit in all these ways, we gain more balance, stability, and harmony in our life. Saint Germain, the hierarchy's sixth ray director, says that the word transmutation means balance. Yet he cautioned us to be very sure about what we pray to be balanced in us. Why? When we ask for balance, Spirit responds by informing us where the blockage lies within. And this can be very upsetting. It might be something painful in our past or something we did not know about ourselves and that we may not like. Hence, caution is recommended when we request transmutation. Through seventh ray expression of life, Spirit in us supplies the most significant key in gaining balance, harmony, and full control of any conflict. The key is divine love. On February 13, 1963, Sananda, director of the seventh ray, explained, "We are in the seventh ray activity of life or light known as peace, tranquility, balance, or harmony. Why is it that love and peace are one? Because as love is brought forth into its fullest balance, coordinated with the 6 other levels of consciousness, steps or forces, then peace is achieved within the individual life stream. Peace, balance, or harmony is achieved with the 6 other forces. It cannot happen overnight. Therefore, I ask you to begin to see this 7th step, this love vibration within you, coming forth stronger and stronger. For it is through the 7th step, the final step of love, that all others are controlled in actuality. You who are part of the earth, demonstrating and finding fully your own balance and harmony as individual cells or souls, are thereby bringing the whole earth into a joyous love and peace on earth. Then will balance out of the entire solar system." End of law.